warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is me again, Dr. Ibrahim Shinnawi, welcoming you to our course Modern Drama. We have just finished lecture 12 and now we are starting together lecture number 13. So in lecture number 12 we stopped with a very important point in the play which is Krogstad left a letter in the letterbox of Helmer, telling him about all the details of the forgery of the loan, everything about this. And now we are waiting for this moment when Helmer goes to the letterbox and gets the letter in which it has all the details, and we are waiting for his reaction. Is he going to accept all these things written in the letter? Is he going to understand why Noura did this? Is he going to behave like a responsible husband? Is he going to be grateful and thankful for what she did to him? Or he is going to behave like a selfish person, only thinking about himself and only thinking about his future. So now let's see what's going to happen. So Mrs. Lindy, I could not endure life without work. Now, all my life as long as. Now, of course, we know that Lindy went to meet Krogstad to convince him to withdraw the letter, to take back the letter, or to stop threatening her close friend Noura. So now she is speaking to Krogstad. She's saying, I could not endure life without work. All my life, as long as I can remember, I have worked, and it has been my greatest and only pleasure. But now I'm quite alone in the world. My life is so dreadful, empty, and I feel so forsaken. There isn't the least pleasure in my working for oneself. Nil. Give me someone and something to work for. Mrs. Lindy, I want to be a mother to someone, and your children need a mother. We too need each other. Nils, I have faith in your real character. I can dare anything together with you. Now she is telling him that she wants to be like a mother to his children because his wife died and now he is a widower. He has no wife, and now Mrs. Lindy is offering him to marry her. So she's asking him to marry her. Okay, I can dare anything together with you. Krogstad grasps her hands. Thanks, Christine. Now I shall find a way to clear myself in the eyes of the world. He's so happy to find her beside him, supporting him and encouraging him. Krogstad, yes, I will go. But it is all of no use. Of course, you are not aware what steps I have taken in the matter of the Helmers. Lindy, yes, I know all about that. Krogstad, and in spite of that, have you the courage to? Mrs. Lindy, I understand very well to what lengths a man like you may be driven by despair. Krogstad, if I could only undo what I have done. You cannot. Your letter is lying in the letterbox now. Noura, in a hurried and breathless whisper, well, Mrs. Lindy, in a low voice, I have hard talk with him. Yes. And Lindy, Nora, you must tell your husband all about it. In an expressionless voice, I knew it. Now, Mrs. Lindy sees that there is nothing to embarrass her. What she did, she must be proud of, not being embarrassed of. So she took the money just to save his life. So what's wrong? There is nothing to be ashamed of or embarrassed of, right? On the contrary, she has to be proud of what she did, of saving the life of her husband. Without what she did, he might be dead now, right? So Lindy sees that it's better if she tells him all the details about this. So Mrs. Lindy, Nora, you must tell your husband all about it. In an expressionless voice, I knew it. Mrs. Lindy, you have nothing to be afraid of as far as Krogstad is concerned, but you must tell him. Nora, I won't tell him, then the letter will. Helmer, now what's this? Now Helmer got the letter and read it. So now he is saying, what's this? Do you know what is in this letter? Yes, I know. Let me go. Let me go out. Holding her back. Where are you going? Nora, trying to get free. You shan't save me, Torvald. Now, she is expecting him to behave like a responsible husband, to behave like a man, to save her, to protect her, to sacrifice for her, the same as she did for him. So Helmer reeling, true? Is this true? That I read here, horrible. No, no, it is impossible that it can be true. It is impossible. It can't be true at all. Nora, it is true. I have loved you above everything else in the world. Helmer, oh, don't let us have any silly excuses. Taking a step towards him. Torvald. Helmer, miserable creature. What have you done? Look, he is attacking her. Nora, until now she could not believe. She could not imagine that this will be his reaction. So let me go. You shall not look. You shall not suffer for my sake. You shall not take it upon yourself. This is her expectations. She is expecting him to take it upon himself, to take it upon his shoulder, to be responsible for this, to be grateful to this. Helmer, no tragedy airs, please. Look, the whole door. Here you shall stay and give me an explanation. Do you understand what you have done? Answer me. Do you understand what you have done? Nora looks steadily at him and says with a growing look of coldness in her face, yes, now I'm beginning to understand thoroughly. Helmer, walking about the room, what about a horrible walking? All these 8 years, she who was my job and the bride, a hypocrite, a liar, worse, a criminal, the unutterable ugliness of it all, for shame, Noura is silent and looks steadily at him. Now look, he is calling her a hypocrite, a liar, even a criminal. This is something unaccepted. He calls his wife, the one who saved his life, as hypocrite, liar, and even a criminal. For shame, Noura is silent and looks steadily at him. He stops in front of her. I ought to have suspected that something of the sort would happen. I ought to have foreseen it. All your father's want of principle. Be silent. All your father's want of principles has come out in you.